and welcome back to another video on the Wrestle Debate and to another edition of Smackdown Out of 10. Big show today. We've got all of the fallout from Wrestlemania still, even though that is quite a long way behind, and we're building up to Wrestlemania. Just this time it's Wrestlemania Backlash, and we got a 40-minute segment to start SmackDown. You heard that right. Seth Rollins and Cesaro started off SmackDown. Cesaro was out first, but before he could really say anything, Seth came out. The Messiah blamed the rain delay for his loss before Jay came out and said Cesaro didn't have it in him to beat Roman. Bryan came out and it looked like Bryan and Cesaro was going to get beaten down before Roman came out, called Cesaro a loser before he moved into a tag team match. Bryan Cesaro versus Uso and Rollins. Rollins and Cesaro started brawling early on. The bell finally rang and Seth Rollins managed to distract Bryan. Cesaro came in with momentum and got in control. Cesaro had the sharpshooter locked in Seth Rollins and it looked like he was going to win before Rollins managed to get the tag out to Uso, and then Uso kind of just got in, but he was screwed from the start. Rollins walked out, and after the advert break, Cesaro and Daniel Bryan kept on beating out Jay to see if Roman would come out. Roman didn't. 7 out of 10. This is great. But anyway, next up, Apollo Crews was backstage moaning he had to defend the title against Kevin Owens later before we got Jax versus Tamina. Tamina tried to hit her with a body slam early on. While Jax was distracted by Baszler at ringside, Tamina hit a super kick and rolled her up. This was literally a 2-minute segment, 5 out of 10. This was just really, really bad, especially considering the men got 45 minutes earlier. Kevin Owens was backstage and said he'd love to face Apollo Crews before he and Big E had a bit of an argument about it, but then we did get straight into the match. Kevin Owens took control early on before Crews managed to get her for a side headlock in. Crews rolled out of the ring and Commander Aziz stood in front of KO to block offense. Apollo was on top before Owens hit a swanton bomb. Back after the break, Sami Zayn was at the ringside crew and KO headed to the top rope and hit some big moves before KO took his eyes off the ball for a minute and Apollo Crews rolled him out to get the win. 7 out of 10. This was a really great match. The introduction was done perfectly. But anyway, next up we got Kayla Braxton backstage with Paul Heyman and Cesaro. Paul Heyman said Roman's going to make his decision later in the ring. Before Aleister Black had a quick segment returning to SmackDown, great to see it. And then Bayley v Bianca Belair, they had a bit of an argument backstage, and that was announced before there's a quick match between Rey Mysterio and the Alpha Academy. Quite a back and forth match early on. The Alpha Academy were in control before Rey got in top. Rey hit a 619 and a frog splash on Chad to get the win. I'll give it a 5 out of 10. This kind of just feels like it's got a tiny bit repetitive now, to be honest. Then Roman Reigns did come down to the ring. Cesaro took the mic and said that if Roman would not come down, he would try and get Bryan to get him a match before Reigns did come down, and he was surprised Cesaro had the audacity to challenge him. Reigns toned away from Cesaro and challenged Daniel Bryan instead for a match. He said the last thing he needed was a title opportunity. Cesaro insisted Daniel Bryan should accept the challenge, and it was announced, and then I guess it's just going to move on to Roman versus Cesaro at WrestleMania Backlash. But this was a decent end to SmackDown, I suppose. Leaves on cliffhanger. Overall this week, SmackDown gets a 6 out of 10 for me. For me, it was a real up and down SmackDown this week. There were some bits that I really enjoyed, some bits that weren't so great. But yeah, I really did enjoy the extra focus on Cesaro. It's really putting him over as a bit of a bigger star now, and that's exactly what we need because Cesaro is just utterly brilliant. But anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and to follow me on Twitter, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, and subscribe to my channel on the screen right now. That would be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.